Well, good morning, everybody. Grace and peace to you from our Lord Jesus Christ and all the saints here in Central California. This is my second attempt at this video. I tried to record it over there in my office and just wasn't working out. Too much commotion and activity, people coming in and out. So I'm recording this from my storeroom, and I'm almost ashamed to show you this, but I will because you guys are curious about that kind of stuff. That's my storeroom. It's an old lab. This is where I've been in our lab building before. This is where it used to be, part of it anyway. Now it's just full of my junk. And this mess isn't all my making. It's partially my making, but my good friend Satish helped out. So anyway, this is our storeroom. But what I was going to talk to you about today was I saw a job posting on LinkedIn, and it kind of got my attention. And so I thought it might be good to walk through these job description, this job description, and maybe another one. I know a lot of you guys are aspiring network administrators. So I was going to go through the job description, show you what it's asking for, and then tell you what I think they really mean. I don't know. We'll see how this works out. So let me share my screen. Just gonna share the whole darn thing. There we go. Let's get Zoom out of the way. All right. So we have, they are looking for a junior network administrator. Not a network administrator, a junior one. So I say that because it surprises me what they're looking for in a junior admin here at UC Davis Med Center. And remember that this is UC Davis Medical Center. That's going to be important to remember when I start talking about their wants. Now, this job posting is closed, by the way, so don't bother trying to apply for it. It was only open for, I don't know, a few days, really. And yeah, so let's go on there. Let's go take a look at this thing. Function as part of a team to do installation testing, troubleshooting, and problem resolution in multiple network environments around the world. UC Davis Med Center, multiple departments around the world. Well, that's feasible. We have remote connections into UC Davis here. So that's conceivable. They would be all around the world. You may be called upon to provide assistance with issues that are not strictly network related. Wonder what that is. You'll work to maintain as well as extend technical proficiency, not only in network systems, but in other areas of program technical need. Wonder what that is. As we go through, I'll tell you what my theory is, but we'll see. Okay, and here's where it started to get interesting to me. This is what really made it stand out. Required skills: must be a U.S. citizen. Okay, fair enough. With a current TS/SCI clearance with CI Poly. Wow. So current top secret / secure compartmented information clearance with compartmented information polygraph test. So this is the kind of stuff I did when I was at Lockheed. So when I was working in one portion of Lockheed, let's see, what were we doing? We were making, we were building the missiles, nuclear missiles. So Fleet Ballistic Missile Program, Trident 2, actually. We needed a secret clearance. They're asking for a top secret clearance. So I was building nuclear missiles, needed a secret clearance. Then I moved into another customer at Lockheed, and they required the SCI clearance, secure compartmented information. That's like above secret, top secret. You know, the DoD clearance levels are confidential, secret, and top secret. And I think you go into the Army, you get a secret clearance just off the bat. So that's what a DoD clearance is good for. The SCI clearance is no joke. That's where the actual clearances start. So This makes me wonder at UC Davis Med Center, what are you going to need this for? And the only thing I can think of is you may be going into some areas on a military base. You know, they may have remote sites, and the SCI part means that it's also higher than military. What's higher than military? Use your imagination. Okay, and then they go on to say you must have active DoD certifications. I've never had any of this except for the CCNA. I didn't have a CCNA security. And they say you don't need to have it to apply, but you need to have it before you start. So you can see all the different, they want two of any of these, which I don't have any of those, so I would not be a good candidate. They want Cisco folks, it says. So if you were a Cisco guy, this would have been a good job. Okay, working understanding of the TCP protocol suite. They want you to know what ARP is, what TCP is, UDP, ICMP, IP. That's junior level stuff. That's very basic. That's, yeah, any networking class you would learn that. You probably you already know it. So you know what address resolution protocol is. Yeah, for this job, you probably don't even really need to know how the fundamentals of how it really works, as long as you know what it is. Experience with LAN routing. They don't say you must be able to set them up. They just said experience with. So basically what it sounds like is they just want you to know what these things are, so that when the senior admins are talking about it, you know what they're talking about. Experience with LAN switching, PVST, 802.1x trunking, VLAN. Oh, you need to know what a VLAN is. And you should know what a VLAN is. And of course, 802.1 trunking, that's just putting multiple VLANs on an uplink to another switch. PVST is, what is that? Spanning tree across VLANs or something like that. I don't know what it is. It's not an extreme thing, so it's probably a Cisco thing. Second time they've asked that you have, second time they said they want you to have experience with Cisco equipment. Experience troubleshooting network issues. Do you know how to use ping? Do you know how to use traceroute? That's what that means. Do you understand the layered model of networking? Oh, the OSI network layers. And guaranteed, all you're going to need to know is layer 1, 2, and 3. Physical layer, access layer, and whatever the third layer is. Layer 3, where you put IP addresses. So, let's see. Must be willing and able to work hours on call support. So that means you're not just working 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. You're working whenever they call you. Wage slave. Which most of these networking jobs, let's face it, they are. You will be on call for almost all of them, and must be willing to travel. Okay, I'll see the desired skills. They desire you to have a CCNA certification and familiarity with all of the following hardware types: iOS routers and switches, iOS XE, NXOS, Nexus, Catalyst, Cisco and McAfee firewalls. Experience with cloud computing. They want you to know Amazon Web Services. Bandwidth management and optimization products. So Cisco, Exenda, Bluecoat. I was only familiar with Riverbed, which does, over the WAN data compression. I am assuming that's what these do. Experience with quality of service, congestion and avoidance and management. Okay, we've already kind of gone beyond the junior admin level. Experience with WAN technologies, experience with traffic isolation and virtualization, network experience in a highly available LAN data center or NOC environment. All of this stuff, I think these are the desired skills. These are the kind of things that their senior admins do and that you would be learning on the job, if you ask me what I'm reading into this. I think mostly they just want you to be familiar with these concepts, because that way you'll know what the senior admins are talking about and what they're doing, and so you can understand what's going on. And this is why I think all the stuff they've said before is just a wish list, that you don't necessarily have to have all those things as long as you understand what they are, because they say they either want you to have a bachelor's degree or 4 years experience. 4 years isn't very long. I've been here 7 years, so it's a full-time job. There's the salary, 52 to 71K a year. That's kind of low for California, I'll be honest. Let's see, they do 401k matching. 401k matching is actually good. I haven't worked for a company in years that does 401k matching. You can pay into your 401k, sure, but the companies don't match anymore. The last company I worked for that did 401k matching was Lockheed, defense contractor. And dental, flex spending account, health insurance, paid time off, vacation, vision insurance. So yeah, that's all pretty standard, except for the 401k matching. That's good. That's a good benefit. Schedule: 8-hour shift, Monday to Friday, weekends as needed. But they already said must be willing to travel. What did they say? Oh, must be willing and able to work after hours on call support, which means 8-hour shift, Monday to Friday, weekends as needed is a rough guideline. It means you work when we call you. Okay, so that's that job. It's not even open anymore. But yeah, that SCI clearance, and that's not easy to get. It took me 9 months. The background check when I had my SCI clearance took 9 months. So yeah, those clearances are no joke. And they send people out to, I mean, no kidding, they send investigators out to interview your friends, your family, and it's a process. At least it was back in 1987. All right, so that's a job description that I looked at and I've been pondering over for a few days. I opened up another one this morning that I haven't really looked at, so this is going to be my hot take on this thing. So we got cybersecurity network administrator with a $10,000 sign-on bonus. Ooh, nice. Robert Hood. Robert Hood is hiring. So Robert, let's see what Robert's looking for here. Okay, work directly under the team manager alongside a team of other IT engineers, administrators, specialists, and technicians. Cybersecurity guy will fill a vital role in implementing and maintaining cybersecurity and advanced network deployments for our clients. You will be implementing new technology systems, switches, firewalls, access points, plus computers, smartphones, tablets, servers, applications, cloud deployments, etc. You will be maintaining and assuring cybersecurity compliance at new and existing clients. Okay. So this sounds like kind of a consulting firm. They have multiple business clients out there. Okay, just speaking as an old jaded network administrator, this is the first red flag for me that says this isn't just a network administrator job. Must possess a minimum of 3 years of customer service experience. Okay, that sounds like at least part of your time during the day, every day, will be spent answering phone calls. I could be reading more into that than is really there, but yeah. 5 years experience administering business networks. Well, that's, I guess they want to make sure it's not just some guy installing cable in the house or something. They want you to understand VLANs. They want you to understand firewalls, including intrusion detection and intrusion prevention. So an example of, I don't know what UTM is. I can't think what that acronym is off the top of my head. There's probably somebody out there right now shouting it at his computer screen saying, "It's this, you idiot." But IDS, IPS, that what we used at my last job. Oh heck, what the heck was it called? I already forgot. Tipping Point. Tipping Point. It was an HP product. It's probably not even around anymore. So they want you to understand cybersecurity. Well, yeah, you're the cybersecurity administrator. You should. Experience with SIM or SAIS platforms. I know SIM is like a logging standard, so logging servers. I guess SAIS is the same thing. I don't recall right now. It's not technically cybersecurity, so I am not sure what they want you to do there. Vulnerability scanning and remediation, penetration testing. Well, yeah, that kind of goes hand in hand with cybersecurity. Okay, and here's where it kind of goes off the rails of cybersecurity. Advanced troubleshooting experience, networking, desktop, server OS, and virtualization. That's kind of broad. And yeah, so I don't know. So are you going to scan these environments, and then if there's a finding, whether it's on a network switch or on a desktop or on a server or in a like a VMware type environment, are you going to be able to remediate it? I guess is what they're asking for there. Experience configuring and supporting a Windows server. Okay. The firewall, or just deploying the software? Maybe deploying hardened versions of the software? I don't know. Advanced level in supporting Microsoft 365, Active Directory, and or Google Workspace, and Office application skills. Okay, and this is where it started sounding to me like you're also going to work help desk. When you're not networking, you're going to be help desking. That's what this sounds like to me, these two lines right there. High attention to detail. Okay, well, you should do that anyway. Everybody, I don't know why they have to ask for that, because everybody should pay attention to the details. Demonstrate integrity and maintain client confidentiality, which means don't tell one client what you're charging another client. If this is a consulting firm, this is exactly what I think that means. And ability to work on multiple assignments with minimal supervision, which means we're going to pile a whole bunch of different customers on you, and you need to be able to work it out and make it work. Okay, they go on to say project status recording and documentation. So be able to track your projects, track your time, because you probably need to do this, time management skills and time entry, to put in your billable hours for the customer. And don't spend too much time troubleshooting, because the customer's paying for it. And if you can't figure it out quickly, find someone who can. Well, I used to work at Intercom. It was a consulting firm, and they had a rule there. You hit the ground, and if you cannot figure it out within 30 minutes, you call Microsoft or you call Cisco. But don't just sit there spinning your wheels if you can't figure it out after 30 minutes. And so, yeah, because you're charging the customer for this, and they don't want to pay you to sit there and scratch your head. Adhering to team performance goals. Again, that sounds a lot like billing. Make sure you're generating the correct amount of billing. Research as needed for technical solutions and configurations. Physical demands and certifications. Well, be able to lift up servers and okay, no, they're going on to say what it is. All right, ability to work in an office setting, sitting for long periods of time, lifting, bending. A lot of computer jobs say this. You know, you have to be able to move. You have to be able to pick things up. You know, they don't want people that are so unhealthy that they can't get out of the chair. They need you to have a driver's license and transportation for occasional work offsite. I bet it's not occasional. I would bet that you're driving from client to client. and get a CC, probably NP, I'm guessing. Any of these certifications they would love you to have or commit to obtaining them within 9 months. And I'd be willing to bet they have all the study materials there on site, because Intercom did. You could get any certification you want basically for free. All you had to do is just sit down and study. And they always made sure we had plenty of time to study, and so that was good. VMware, Veeam, or other certification is a plus. Okay. Background and reference checks are a mandatory part of the recruitment and hiring process, meaning we don't want to hire losers. We want to hire people that have not just been fired. No, don't blame them for that. Now this particular job is down in San Diego, and they're offering 68 to 111,000 per year. That's not bad, depending on experience and location. So I'm guessing in San Diego, it's going to be closer to the 111 side of the scale rather than the 68. Whereas in Madison, Indiana, it's going to be closer to the 68 side of the scale. Hours, flexible Monday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Evening and weekend work is needed, overtime as needed. So this is for a company called Spotlink. Managed IT services. So yeah, that's you got a wide range of customers, and you're basically, you are their IT team for these customers that can't afford to house their own IT. So anyway, both of these jobs are interesting. Neither one of them would be my cup of tea. But this job here that we're looking at right now, this is one of the ones I think is still going to is a growth area for the future, cybersecurity. So, for those of you who are wondering, what should you study? You want to be a network administrator? Here's one that's, I think this is the future, basically, is know your cybersecurity, know your network basics, but know cybersecurity more. Know your server basics, know cybersecurity more. And companies like this will snap you up. And yeah, you become IT team for multiple customers. So if you like variety, and if you like new and challenging things, this job is like right up your alley. I'm old. I like boring and predictable. Anyway, all right. Well, that's all I got for this week. That's enough. I just thought that would be interesting to go through some job postings, since people are, from time to time asking me, how much do you earn? Where do I get a job like yours? How do I do that? So there you go. Jump on LinkedIn, look around what they're asking for there, and just see what's out there. So, all right, everybody, that's all we got for this week. If you like what you saw, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and yeah, keep those comments and prayer requests coming. And somebody let me know what SAYS is. I don't know what all the acronyms are. So if you saw me stumbling over a couple of those requirements or whatever, and I didn't know what it was, put it in the comments and let us know. So I don't know everything, but I know what I know. Okay, everybody. Have a blessed week, and we'll catch you next time. God bless. Where is it? Right there.